Hello everyone, today I'm going to be ranting about an amazing novel I read, Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. Bradbury uses his novel as a vehicle to teach us how governments control those who live in their society. That's what makes this book so valuable to me. The overall concept of this book is outstanding, but man, Ray Bradbury teaches us about censorship in the weirdest and craziest way. That's what makes this book so funny and so easy to understand. To begin, the book's setting is placed in a futuristic American city. The protagonist, Guy Montag, is a character I came to absolutely love. For the most part, every other character in the book, though, were so annoying, I just wanted to punch them across the face. Guy Montag is a fireman, but in the future, firemen start fires instead of putting them away. Their job is to burn all books and any property that have books in them. This is definitely something I want to talk about. I get that books are super illegal and all, but why on earth are they burning entire houses down? Like, for instance, if someone has a drug house, police just simply seize all the drugs and arrest the person who committed the crime. The only thing people should really burn in today's day is New York Knicks jerseys. Like, come on. See, Guy Montag is one of the few semi-normal human beings in this book. You'll see why I say semi in a bit. But in this book, he starts to wonder why he's burning entire houses down just for these books. He starts thinking about this right after he's sent down to burn an old lady's house down when they found out that she's been secretly hiding books in her house. This woman refused to leave her house when they found her and burned herself alive with these books. Like, what the heck? Who in their right mind loves something so much they're willing to burn themselves for it? And it's books we're talking about here. It's not like we're talking about the right for pineapple pizza. If you haven't picked up by now, the government is censoring out books and does so to keep the knowledge away from the citizens. The government thinks that by doing so and feeding them one-way media, that everyone will think the same. This way, everyone will be happy and no arguments can ever occur, which is crazy because the entire society follows this and has no clue what they're even capable of. This can make you really think, what if our governments are hiding something from us? Maybe Area 51? Well, Guy Montag, being the awesome man he is, decides to keep some books in his house and tries to discover why people think they're so bad. This makes Montag a complete badass because he's a firefighter. They're the ones who burn other people's houses down just for having books. This is ironic and super funny. He realizes that they aren't that bad and actually interesting and beneficial. He needs help and someone to talk to. He remembers that once he met a retired English professor named Faber sitting in a park and decides that this man might be able to help him understand what he reads. Faber does help him understand these books and why they have so much value. Montag realizes that people shouldn't burn books, so he goes home and straight up pulls out a book and reads it out loud when his wife and their friends are home. Like, this is why Montag defines savage. Books are super forbidden and all, but he's like, I don't care, and just starts reading it in front of them. Like, that's like if you were home with your friends and your dad just starts doing drugs. Like, imagine what his wife Mildred was thinking. And even worse, what were her friends thinking? Montag is seriously so awesome and wants to uncensor books by any means possible. Montag leaves and goes to work. While he's at work, the alarm sounds off, meaning they have to respond to a call because someone is hiding books. The team rushes and arrives at Montag's house. Montag's wife, Mildred, snitched on her own husband. This means she loses her own house. Like, she actually called the cops on her very own husband. Like, who does that? She could have tried throwing out the books, but instead she just snitched. This is one of the reasons why I hate Mildred. Beatty, Montag's boss, forces Montag to burn the house down himself. When he is done, Beatty tries to place him under arrest. This is why I said Montag was semi-not normal. You know what he does? He takes his flamethrower and burns Beatty to ashes. Like, straight up, he just kills him and then beats the other members of the team. This is why I love Montag, because he's awesome and just savage. Well, Montag went on the run because the cops were looking for him because he killed his boss with a flamethrower. Anyways, they could not find him, so they just told the city that they did when they didn't. This would show the city that if you broke the law, you would get what you deserved. They basically censored out the information from the city. This is crazy for what if huge criminals in our society were never caught, but the government's liable catching them. This had me thinking a little bit. However, the craziest thing about this book is that Bradbury wrote this in 1953 and did an amazing job predicting the future. We live in a world where books and socialization are on a decline. Wherever you go, you will always see someone glued into their phone and rarely ever see people engaged in crazy conversations anymore. In Fahrenheit 451, Bradbury sends a very direct message showing readers what can happen if they allow the governments to take total control of what they do or do not read, watch, and discuss. For example, the government in Fahrenheit 451 has taken total control and demanded that books be given the harshest measure of censorship, which is systematic destruction by burning. He teaches us that we, the people, should ask questions and not allow the government to gain full control, which is actually a great message. And as you saw, he did it in the most enjoyable way possible. That's why this book was very valuable.